Another interesting question, guys, a thinking question, so to say, or a level 4 type of question if we look at cognitive levels, and meaning it's a high order question. If an examiner was to say, you know what, the number patterns are too easy for these kids, I'm going to nail them, then he will give you this kind of a question. It is out of the ordinary. You do things a little bit out of the ordinary, but you will realize it is really not that difficult. Let's give it a try here. First of all, I'm looking at the information here. It is a guarantee this is a quadratic sequence. It has a second difference, and fortunately, we are given the second difference of 5. So, in other words, we know that 2a equals to 5, and so a right away is 5 over 2. Guess what? We have to find tn. So, if I may write here, at least there's some hope and light. 5 over 2 n squared. I just need to find the b and the c. So let's see. What other information is there? Well, term 1 is equal to term 2. Furthermore, term 1, term 2, and term 3 added together, they give me a 14. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to be a little bit an algebraic mathematician, so to say, and say, well, let T1 be X. This means this is also T2. And therefore, X plus T3 is also equal to 14. And so T3 is 14 minus 2x. I hope you see the algebra there. Let me pause for your reflection and also drill this point once again. Make sure you master your algebra because you will always need it as long as you do mathematics. It will come there in every topic, finance, calculus, whatever, you name it. Algebra will always pop up. Master your factorization, master your simplifying, your like terms, your solve for x. Those are very important aspects, algebraic expressions. That knowledge you learned from grade 8, guys, is still important. Mathematics topics are not isolated, they are not separated, they are actually linked to one another. So it's very, very important that you don't leave behind what you learned in grade 10, 9, and 8 as you come to grade 11. Those are important tools that you still need. So let's write the sequence in terms of these x's. So that means we've got x, because term 1 is equal to term 2, and here we have a 14 minus 2x, etc. We know, well, if we find the first difference there, x minus x, 0. Okay, I hope you see that it doesn't scare you. And obviously, 14 minus 2x minus x will be 14 minus 3x. What we know for sure is that this is going to be a second difference of 14 minus 3x, but this is actually 5. And guess what? I can actually now solve for x. In the equation, 14 minus 3x is equal to 5. And obviously, if you solve this, x is equal to 3. Of course, you will take time to do this because you are still getting the idea. And now I can solve for b in the equation. 3a plus b equals to 0. Look at how easy that equation is. And obviously, b will just be the negative of 15 over 2. And of course, you can now go ahead and use any of this. Really, you have found the value of x. So x is 3, so I'm going to use t1. I'm going to go ahead and say, well, a plus b plus c should be t1, which is equal to 3, because it is x. This is what t1 is. That's t2, and this is t3. So substitute a. We know a is 5 over 2. We found that. Plus, now actually b is a negative, so I'm going to have negative 15 over 2 plus c equals to 3. If you do your algebra correctly, c should be 8. Therefore, what is my tn? I will write it down here. Tn therefore is 5n squared minus 15 over 2n plus 8. And of course, we always test our solutions. So go ahead and see if you can generate T1 here. You must get a 3 as we have already tested. Go ahead, substitute a 2, you should also get a 3. Go ahead and substitute a 3, you should get something like 14 minus, what is x again? 6. 14 minus 6 should give us an 8. So go ahead and see if you will get that 8 for term number 3, guys, and then you will know we have done the correct things. I hope, guys, you have had some fun. Your mind have been opened up. So as usual, there's a tutorial at the end of all examples that I do, because at the end of the day, it's not Mr. G who sits in the exam paper, in the exam room rather, to write the exam paper. It will be you. And so to prepare yourself for that test, for that exam, please go ahead, try this tutorial. We will not have a test, but we will have this tutorial. And of course, guess what? I will put those easy programs, those medium, easy, difficult programs, and of course, the difficult, challenging programs also will be there in the tutorial. So I'll have all the levels 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that you can have a complete understanding of number patterns at a grade 11 level. So go ahead and try that tutorial exercise on your own. The next time we meet, we will be discussing algebraic functions. Take care, stay home, keep safe. We are still on lockdown. Cheers.